Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Kenan. Today we're here to rank our 13 Days of Horror.
We are here to finally rank our 13 Days of Horror.
A little bit late, but
if anyone out there still cares, Halloween in my mind is long gone. But we did want to, just conclude our spoiler alert, rather disappointing 13 Days of Horror. Watch list.
We watched a lot of not so great movies. I wish we would have watched more great movies.
This was definitely probably our worst list thus far.
Yeah.
But we're gonna, rank them anyway and move on from this time.
Also, it should be noted that we replaced a couple because we couldn't get out to see Shelby Oaks, and also we did not watch Pulse.
Yeah, we can mention that.
Okay.
As we get into the movies, but
yeah, so those will be replaced with a couple of others that will show up on our list.
Yeah, I was just gonna say too, if you can't tell, we have been sick, which is why we have had trouble getting out some content. Our whole house got sick, and we were all taking turns, and it just feels like the never-ending sickness. So, but all right, let's get to it. Like you mentioned, we did have 13 movies on our list. We did essentially end up having 13 movies still, though, right?
Yeah.
Even though we didn't get to all the movies that were on our original list.
Yeah, like I said, we didn't watch two that were on our list, but then we replaced them with another two.
Yeah. So yeah, that is what it is. But we still kind of made it work, I guess. But okay, did you want to go first? What was what was number 13?
I'll start with number 13. That is The Home.
The Home. Wow.
With Pete Davidson. I thought this was a horrible POS. I did not like this movie at all.
Okay.
I don't know. It was just, it had some moments of tension, some small scares here and there, but overall I found this to be very underwhelming.
Interesting. I feel like we watched way worse movies, but
this one for me was the worst. But hey, my bottom 4 or 3 or 4 are all pretty bad. They could all be tied for the worst. Yeah. But that was just the one I decided to put at number 13.
Okay. Yeah, that was the nursing home movie.
Yeah.
So, okay. So my number 13 was a movie that, I wish I'd never seen, and it was Jacob's Ladder.
Damn.
I feel like this movie is held in a high regard. But unfortunately for me, I really hated this movie, and I could have just not been in the right headspace at the time. I feel like I was, in a decent mood and whatever, but this movie just did not work for me. It was very I don't know. I was just very annoyed as I was watching it. It was definitely going for this fever dream, not really sure what's happening, what's real and what's not. And
yeah,
I know what they were going for. It just unfortunately didn't work for me. And the little ending, I feel like it was definitely going for that shock ending, but I've seen it a million times. So
yeah,
maybe at the time it wasn't as
yeah, I think at the time nobody really seen a movie like this before.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you have to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But I'm not. I'm going off of enjoyment here.
That's fine. I didn't really enjoy it all that much either, as you'll see with my list. Spoiler alert, but it's not at number 13. It's a little bit higher up.
Yeah.
But,
so there you go.
So coming in at number 12 for me is The Hand That Rocks the Cradle.
Pretty bad.
This was
the remake.
This was a terrible piece of crap. Yeah, the remake. That's important to point out. We still haven't seen the original.
Correct.
Though we need to watch the original at some point. But yeah, this has got Maika Monroe. It's got the other girl that I can Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Both very capable actors. You would have thought them two in a movie together. They could have pulled something a little bit better off than this.
Quite the opposite.
It's painfully generic. It's very Lifetime original. The guy that played the husband was one of the worst actors I've ever seen in my life.
He was, just bland.
Yeah, just very bland. And yeah, this movie, it really just had nothing going for him.
Yeah.
At all. It started to get interesting, but then it just does the least possible interesting thing with the material by the time you get to the end of it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was number 12 for me.
Yeah, so 12 was The Hand That Rocks the Cradle for me as well.
Okay.
I didn't realize, I didn't remember. Yeah, I mean, just like you said, it was, I thought it was maybe going to be decent. I don't know. I feel like I had seen a couple people that said they, quite enjoyed it, but yeah, I don't know. What's her name again? The main
Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Mac Monroe.
Macamaro, however the hell you say her name. She was just insufferable, in my opinion, in this, and just like gave me the ick, which I guess she was supposed to,
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just didn't like it. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I did not like it either. Coming at number 11 for me is Dangerous Animals. The shark movie.
Okay.
I mean, this is like a serial killer slash shark movie. I mean, it's really like, I don't even think you can call this a shark movie, really. There's like 10% shark, and then there's like 90% Jai Courtney, homicidal maniac guy.
Hmm.
I don't know. This one, like, it got a lot of hype, I
Hmm.
feel like. A lot of people said they really enjoyed it, so I was kind of going in expecting a really good experience, really thrilling experience. I don't know. I just thought this one was also just painfully generic, had almost nothing going on. Every character in this movie was making the stupidest possible decision they could make.
Hmm.
I feel like just throughout the movie, and I know that's kind of a, all
That's a
thrillers,
given.
horror movies, they all do that kind of
They have
stuff.
to make
I
bad
get that. It might
decisions.
be a dumb criticism to make, but I just feel like it was especially bad in this movie, and I did not like this movie at all.
Okay.
So it's number 11 for me. A lot of newer films, in my bottom half of this, I'll say.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay, my number 11 was I Know What You Did Last Summer. I won't go on too long about it because we do have a whole review on this movie. If you watch that review, you would know that we didn't like it. You liked it more than I did.
I thought that might be my top 3, babe.
Okay, well, might be getting divorced after this.
Over a
Um,
movie? Jeez.
But yeah, I just thought it was quite terrible. I won't go on any longer about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's your number 11. My number 10 is Clown in a Cornfield. This one started off okay. I mean, I like the fact that this movie feels like a slasher. It's got some blood, it's got some gore, it has that aesthetic and that feel. I was just kind of underwhelmed with the direction that it took, and I don't know. I don't want to spoil anything.
Well, we do have a review for that one as well.
We do have a review. I was just hoping it was going to go one way. It went another. And it's just like, I've seen that so many times. I didn't want to see that out of this movie. So
Okay.
it's number 10 for me.
Okay. My number 10 is Tales from the Hood.
Oh, what?
Tales from the Hood. To be fair, I didn't want to watch this movie.
Yeah.
So I could have had just like a wall up a little bit. But I don't know. I just thought that there's like a lot of really foul language in this movie. I mean, I'm like, I cuss, don't get me wrong. But this movie was just like FFF like every 5 seconds. And I'm just like,
Sound
okay,
like such a prude right now.
no, like it was just like not necessary. I don't know. And I know that this movie is definitely like political, okay? Like what's his name that made the movie?
I don't know. It might have been multiple filmmakers because it's an
You don't
anthology.
know. I thought it was the one popular guy.
Well, I mean, Spike Lee produced it, but he didn't direct it.
Well, I mean, we did watch like special features of the two guys talking about it. Clearly,
Well, I
you weren't
can't remember
listening.
their names. No,
Mister, it has special features.
Yeah, I mean, I did
Um,
start to watch the documentary on the Screen Factory edition, but
You
I
made
don't
me
remember
suffer through that.
I don't remember the filmmakers' names. I mean,
Okay,
they're
but
not like super notable.
this movie definitely had the intention of talking about the times and just like the whole, it's kind of reminds me of like Black Lives Matter, kind of stuff going on. So it was just I feel like it was a little heavy handed. The only thing that saved this movie for me was the little like special effects, the practical effects. They did have some like cooler practical effects for the time, I feel like.
I feel like you liked the opening, the opening sequence.
I don't even remember what it was.
I don't know. I feel like you liked one of them.
Don't speak for me. No, I'm sure. But yeah, like some of the little practical effects saved it, but other than that, I just I didn't care for it. All right, what you
Okay,
got?
well that one will be quite a bit higher on my list. Next up for me at number 9 is Good Boy. Um,
To be fair, Ken didn't even watch the movie, guys. So
to be
to me,
fair,
you're just
I
like not
did
even,
watch. I was extremely tired. The movie's only like 70 minutes long.
and he couldn't even watch it.
I was awake for at least 50 minutes of it, so I got the general idea of the film.
Mm,
I just had to
no.
talk to you about like the ending and how it ended up. Um, I just it was fine. It's not bad. I don't think it's bad. Maybe I would
Hmm.
appreciate it more if I watched the whole thing, but it was just kind of all right, I get what you guys are doing. This is a gimmick from the dog's perspective, haunted ghost story. It's definitely aimed at dog lovers, you know, and I do love dogs. I know you love dogs as well. I love
Do you?
dogs.
I feel
I
like
do love
you're a
dogs.
little bit of a poser, but
But you know, this it was fine. It was fine. Number 9, I mean, it's not like I put it at 13 or anything,
hmm.
you know.
Okay.
I think it's fine.
Okay, let's see here. Moving along. My number 9 was Dangerous Animals. I clearly enjoyed it a little bit more than you did. I don't know. I felt like, the shark stuff was a very small part of it, but I do feel like the parts with that were pretty good. I don't know. I feel like you don't
Yeah.
really, you've got like movies like Jaws and stuff, but I don't know. I just felt like this one was kind of cool because like usually you've got like people scared of the shark, but this one he's like using the shark intentionally to hurt people. And so
Yeah.
I just felt like that was interesting to me. And I felt like the scenes were done pretty well. I didn't feel like they were like really bad like CGI necessarily or anything. And
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was
I don't know,
kind of
I didn't hate it.
stupid. He's like filming it, and it's a freaking copy of Creep, you know,
Hmm.
because he's like filming it and collecting videotapes of the murders. So it kind of feels like it's a little copycatish.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I feel like a lot of horror movies are the same. So,
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
all right.
Coming at my number 8 is Jacob's Ladder. Like I said, I didn't really enjoy this movie either, and I'm usually the one that is more likely to like, you know, these types of
Older.
older films.
Yeah.
And I mean, I get what it's going for. The ending though kind of ruined it for me. Like it kind of pulls the rug out from under you, and I was just like, what was the point of that?
It's like, oh, we're gonna pull one of those.
I'm like, I don't know. It just kind of turned me off of the entire experience. I do think Tim Robbins' performance is great. I think he is phenomenal in the movie, and that's probably the big positive I can take away from it. Other than that,
Hmm.
and it was interesting. Parts of it were interesting. I get that it was
Mm-hmm.
kind of, you know, revolutionary, original at the time, kind of inspired some other things that would come after. But I just didn't like the movie all that much.
Hmm.
So that's my number 8.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. My number 8 was Society.
Okay.
Society. Yeah, I didn't love this one either. It it was a little frustrating to me because I kept like waiting for it to get going, and this movie just felt very slow. I just like kept waiting for it to pick up, and it really doesn't until like the very end.
It does pick up
And
eventually.
yeah, and it was just like very gross, and I was expecting it though. I had, heard about it.
Yeah.
So, I guess that part was like effective. But it was also just like gross. And I like the body horror, but this was like a weirder body horror. This was like kind of
I mean,
sexual.
it's movies like this that inspired The Substance,
Well, it was
for
like
sure.
yeah, but the substance wasn't like so like this is literally like them being nasty, like sluggy, and they're like eating off of one another, and like I don't know, it was just gross. So,
Yeah, I think it's a commentary on just the weirdness of the rich and
mhm,
the things that happen behind closed doors
yeah,
and things like that.
yeah, I
So
don't know. It was a little too slow for me. So,
yeah. Coming in my number 7 is I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Ken loved this
It's
movie.
a terrible movie. Like it's an awful movie, but I had a good time, and I kind of felt like it was intentionally bad. And you know, maybe that's not fair to say that's a positive,
Hmm.
but at the same time, I had fun watching it, you
Well,
know.
also you don't know if it
I
was
I
intentional.
mean,
So,
I felt like how I watched it was they're making fun of all these like reboots like Scream and Halloween and just how ridiculous the whole concept of it is. Like that's how I felt when I watched it. And I kind of felt like Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr. were given like intentionally terrible performances because I know they've got charisma, and yeah, they haven't really I mean, Jennifer Love Hewitt's on TV and stuff still doing shows. I know they haven't acted like legitimately in movies in a long time. I still feel like they were capable of giving a better performance than what they did. And I feel like it was kind of intentional. So I enjoyed it, though. That was my number 7.
I don't think it was intentional. I think that they thought they were bringing it, and
And it
they
is kind
didn't.
of brutal. There's some good kills and good gore. And I mean, at the end of the day, it's a silly slasher film. That's all I
Yeah.
really want from it.
All right. My number 7 is Hell House LLC.
Oh, you're breaking my heart.
Ken really made me feel like this movie was going to be really good, and I just
Well, you're not super into found footage anyway.
I
Maybe
don't-
outside Paranormal Activity.
I don't love found footage. That's true, but I don't know. I just felt like it wasn't that scary. Like that was the thing for me is like you made this sound like it was just so creepy, and I'm like, this is just not.
I think you need to watch Origins.
Not
I
very
will not make you
scary.
watch 2 and 3 because they're pretty much the same as the first one, but Origins is kind of different.
Yeah.
And I think you might enjoy that one.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't love it, but
Okay. My number 6 is Society, and I liked this one. You know, I didn't love it. It's directed by Brian Usna, who has worked with Stuart Gordon, Reanimator, From Beyond, and they do a lot of the gross out body horror stuff.
well, I
And
didn't like Reanimator either.
like I
so.
said, I think this movie's a commentary on the rich and just the wealthy and the dark, sinister, gross things that can happen behind closed doors. And I thought it was pretty effective in that. And I think it did have a pretty big kind of
Well, if you think about it, they essentially were like looking for someone to bring in, and if you think about it, it's like the rich feeding off of the poor.
Yep, exactly. So
So.
I think that there's a lot, and I mean that's what I love about like a good 80s horror film that can very smartly
Have a message.
satirize and have a message. Like you said, the Tales from the Hood had a message you felt was heavy-handed. There's
That
a lot
one
of
was
movies
like, yeah,
from the 80s like They Live and in Society that they would
They're a little bit
lace
more
their
subtle.
movies with these like political messages, but they wouldn't like make them so over the top.
right.
So I appreciate that. And yeah, it was good. It was just kind of not a lot going on throughout the entire movie.
Yeah,
You
it
really
was
get the
pretty
big spectacle
boring.
at the end, but like throughout I just wasn't super engaged and interested. So
Yeah.
that's number 6.
Okay, my number 6 is Good Boy. I, unlike Ken, watched the whole thing.
I'm surprised you didn't put that at number 1.
No. Yeah, Good Boy was number 6 for me. I did think that it was, just like a fun little take on a scary movie, I guess. Not really scary, but just like, I guess, more like found footage a
Like a
little bit.
paranormal.
Yeah, paranormal.
Ghost story.
I just enjoyed watching the dog. His name's Indy, and I just think that dogs are awesome. And I thought it was cool because I think it was a little bit of just like a passion project for the guy too. And I think that it's cool to just think about how he got to make a movie with his dog, and he'll have that long after his dog unfortunately dies. And
Yeah.
I thought it was really impressive too what the dog did. I mean, like I'm sure that it took some time to get all the perfect shots, getting the dog to look, and
If there's a dog Oscars, he should win.
well, I think that they added like a little category or something. The only thing that I didn't love about the movie was the ending. The ending just didn't quite do it for me. I was a little disappointed with that. But other than that, I still,
So it's good that I fell asleep.
I guess. But yeah, so there you go.
Coming at my number 5 is, I'm kind of surprised you haven't brought this one up yet, honestly, but VHS Halloween. I liked pretty much, I don't know, I thought every segment in this was decent.
hmm
There was one I didn't really love, the kid print one, but I still thought it was
Yeah.
solid. But then there was a couple that I thought were really good.
hmm
And this is definitely one that I'll go back and rewatch. It's not my favorite of the franchise, but I enjoyed it quite a bit. So yeah, VHS Halloween's in my number 5,
Okay.
which we also did a full review for that one.
All right. My number 5 was The Home.
Oh my God.
Again, guys, the movies that we watched were not great. So, I don't know. We did watch this one like very early into our list. Like I personally, I enjoy Pete. I think that he's actually like, he's like known for being this like goofy guy, but I do feel like he is capable.
I don't dislike him. I like The King
Yeah.
of Staten Island. I like that movie we watched on Hulu, Big Time Adolescence. I thought he was good in Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. I've enjoyed him in certain movies. So
Yeah,
I'm not
I don't
a hater
know.
by any means.
Yeah, I kind of enjoy him, and old people are creepy, and I don't know, I just don't remember like hating it or anything. Now, again, it could have been because it was early into our list, and maybe I was just feeling it a little bit more, but and then as we
Yeah.
went, I got kind of more down about our list, I guess. But I don't know, I didn't hate it.
I
So
mean, this movie had everything going for it for me. Like, I'm so scared of old
you
people,
are,
like, but it
yeah.
just didn't terrify me at all. So that
Well,
speaks
I'm not saying
volumes
that
for
it
me.
like terrified me, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I just
Coming at number 4 for me, you're probably not gonna like this, The Wailing.
oh, wah,
Um,
wah.
but look, this is a really good movie. It just didn't hit me as like a masterpiece, and I have been thinking about it, and it is a film I would like to rewatch. It really goes into some wild directions in the third act, and it's like
Mhm.
I need to go back and like see how things led to that, and like pick up on some other things, some themes, messages that are going on in the movie. I don't know. I feel like there's more there
Oh, for
than what I
sure.
gave it credit for. But it's a really well done movie. I mean, a South Korean horror film. And I wasn't expecting what it did at the end for sure. But yeah, there's some wild imagery in it too. So
Mhm.
it was too long, 2.5 hours. I felt like they could have trimmed it up a little bit, and I don't know.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. My number 4 is Clown in a Cornfield.
Okay.
I don't know. I thought that this one was fun. And, I think we kind of talked about, well, we did, I think we've already said this. We did review the movie. So I won't talk about it too long, but I don't necessarily know if I loved the direction that it went, but I don't know. I still feel like it was a fun, I guess I wasn't expecting a whole lot to begin with.
Yeah.
And as we've said many times, it always helps to have low expectations and, I don't know. I thought it was all right. So,
All right. Well, my number 3 is Tales from the Hood. I actually really enjoyed this movie a lot. You know, it's
you
a horror
would.
anthology. I do love my horror anthologies, but I don't know. I thought all of the different segments were very unique and different, and I enjoyed some of the effects work that was going on, especially that one with the little puppets. That kind of reminded me of Puppet
The
Master.
last one?
And yeah, it is a little bit over the top with like some of the political themes and messaging and stuff. But I didn't think it. I thought it rode the line pretty perfectly for me. I didn't think it was too over the top or too heavy handed. I mean, it definitely was commenting on a lot of the things that were going on then. I mean, these issues feels like
Or ongoing,
never
yeah.
really go away. And I think sometimes it's important to put that stuff in the art and put that out there for people to kind of think about, you know. And so I didn't feel like this movie really overstepped its bounds when it came to that. And I just thought it was really fun. I enjoyed the wraparound sequence too, and sometimes those wraparounds in anthologies don't always hit.
Mhm.
I thought that had a really like satisfying ending and payoff. So yeah, I enjoyed Tales from the Hood a lot, and that's my number 3.
Okay. Okay, my number 3 is VHS Halloween.
Okay.
I mean, like you said, we also did review this one as well and ranked the little segments or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I felt like overall it was pretty solid and they weren't all great, but I feel like the ones that were good were pretty good, like,
Yeah,
and I've
especially the last one.
yeah, the last one was just really good and yeah, I don't know. I feel like it was pretty solid and fun and just got you in the like Halloween spirit, I feel like, cuz they all
Yeah.
like incorporate it like trick or treating and Halloween and stuff. And so yeah, it was fun.
I think it's a fun franchise. They put them out every single year, and it's like a fun tradition for me to watch them.
Yeah.
So, next up, coming in my number 2 is Hell House LLC. Now I will admit this one is losing its effectiveness for me because I feel like
Number
I've watched it a
2.
lot in the past few years. And I mean, I've seen it like 5 times
Yeah.
probably in the past like 3 or 4 years. So I need to wait a little bit before I rewatch it. But I still think it's really good, and it's one of my favorite found footage horror films. So,
Hmm.
yeah, number 2. What's wrong with that? You know I love this movie, so that should make sense to you.
All right. My number 2 is Train to Busan.
Okay.
This one, I don't know. Like I had never seen it. Obviously, I've heard so much about it. And Yeah, I don't know. I just had always like felt like it was a very like chaotic movie, which it is. And so I feel like that was like a little bit deterring me away from it because it just looked like whenever I would see like the zombies and stuff, it was just like very chaotic and like fast paced and like
Yeah.
intense. And I'm just like, not that I'm like scared or anything, but I'm just like, I don't know, that's like a lot going on there. But anyway, I don't know. I thought that it was a fun movie. I enjoyed it a lot. I felt like everybody was good. Like we always say, like we're very in our Asian cinema era, and so obviously it fit into that. And yeah, it was fun, and I liked it. So I get the hype with the movie, honestly.
Yeah, me too, because that is my number one,
Yeah.
is Train to Busan. I really love this movie a lot,
Hmm.
and I have a story where I started watching this film back in like 2019. I fell
Yeah.
asleep and then just never returned to it. It
Yeah.
was like in the first 20 minutes of the movie. But I thought it was great. I love the way they portrayed the zombies. I love the story. It definitely has some emotional resonance to it as well.
Hmm.
There's some emotional stuff in it, some really good character work and character building,
Yeah.
all in this like train while all these zombies are attacking. I just thought it was a really well done movie.
It was very engaging.
Yeah, just and the action was intense and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and more over the top, but at the same time they're still maintaining these relationships and characters, and I just thought it was very well done. Unlike The Wailing, which did not live up to the hype for me, Train to Busan 100% did, because I've been hearing nothing but great things about this film for years. So,
Gotcha.
yeah, really enjoyed that one. That's my number one.
All right. Well, my number one is The Wailing.
There you go.
The Wailing. I mean, I feel like if you were going to look at all the movies on our list, like you would say that this was the best.
Yeah, this or Train to Busan, I feel like.
This movie, like it honestly feels unfair to even have this movie in with these other movies. Maybe not Train to Busan, like that is a well done movie, but this, whenever you're watching these movies,
Can we
I,
just say at this point the Asians are doing it better than the Americans
oh,
when it
absolutely,
when
hundred
it comes
percent,
to filmmaking?
100%.
Not that there aren't good American films, but
But you mentioned how you felt like it was too long, but I feel like I've come to realize, and I feel like I've mentioned this before, but whenever you're going to watch one of these movies, in the the Asian cinema, or maybe like the Korean, I don't know, we'll just say Asian in general, they're typically long, and they don't like to leave out anything. Like they want to take you on a journey. Like you're going to be there
yeah,
from the start to the
this
finish.
movie definitely takes you on a journey.
Yeah, and it's like you're there in real time almost a little bit. And so yeah, I don't know. I feel like if you vibe with that, if you're along for the ride, like these movies they're gonna give you something by the end of it. They're gonna they're definitely gonna leave you thinking. They're gonna, like you said, even though you didn't love it as much as me, like you found yourself thinking about it.
Yeah, and I mean both of these movies, this one and Train to Busan, are kind of about a father's love for their daughters. I
Hmm.
mean
Oh
that's
yeah.
both of those themes are resonant.
Yeah.
And both of these films came out in the same year too. Train to Busan, The Wailing,
Yeah.
2016. So
Yeah, it was just I don't know, I just loved it, and I thought that it was just so well done, and like it definitely has a heavy message, and I feel like you could, obviously talk about the movie all by itself, with just all the different meanings and stuff. But I don't know, I quite enjoyed it, and I'm glad that I finally got to watch it. I've been recommended that movie several times,
yeah.
because people know that I love Asian cinema. And so, yeah, happy that I finally saw it, and I just want to keep eating it up. So,
There you go. We're just gonna keep eating that Asian cinema. So
eat that Asian cinema.
but thank you all so much for watching our 13 Days of Horror, our wrap up for the spooky season in 2025.
We're done. Goodbye, Halloween.
We're done until next year, and hopefully we can assemble a better list in 2026.
We'll
We're gonna
see.
do some more classics because there's some big ones you still haven't seen that
Mm.
we could throw on there. But thank you all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.